In this study, we're going to take a look at the sucker drag, which is also known as the short drag. It's a defensive move done from the front headlock position that can be a reversal leading you to an offensive position or just used to escape the front headlock position completely. With its base in wrestling, it can be set up from a variety of front headlock situations and then chained together with multiple follow-up techniques. But not only does it work when submissions are not involved, but it's also useful in mixed martial arts and submission grappling, where the threat of chokes is still present. So from the front headlock, it's performed by stepping up on the outside leg, reaching across and dragging the opponent's tricep on their chin strap arm, and making a 180-degree turn to take their back. Obviously, you can't spend too long in that position, as it will be a constant battle going on, but a couple of key details can help make this move more successful. Pressing into the opponent to make them push back can make the move work better by helping utilize their own momentum against them. Also, creating that movement can help you gain an angle on the opponent, as you don't want to be stuck in front of them for this move to work. You want to be taking an angle to the outside before you go for your sucker drag. And once the move is performed, the final step is very similar to an arm drag to the back. But what about the submission threat that you may encounter along the way? Well, one of the things that makes the sucker drag effective is actually getting the elbow of the opponent deep underneath your own shoulder to help give you more leverage of their arm to grip onto to make the drag. So if the opponent is going for a submission, their instinct will be to put the arm deep, which can open up that opportunity for the sucker drag. One way to consider it is the arm being like a piece of rope, and the more rope they give you to pull, the more leverage you're going to have on them. Of course, it's still important to make sure the grip is clear of the neck to avoid any chokes, so it's very important to grab elbow control, either starting with the same side hand and then switching to a cross elbow control to execute the arm drag. At the same time, you want to get your shoulder on top of the opponent's shoulder to help control their arm and take the grip as deep as possible to give you the power of the sucker drag. And although it obviously comes with more risk, the sucker drag can be performed without the elbow control if you become familiar with the positioning and angles required for it and sense it early on against a weak front headlock attack. But along with helping finish the final arm drag, being heavy on the elbow control will also open up a bunch of different chain wrestling opportunities and even set up the sucker drag as we saw here. One option you can move on to if you have that elbow control and heavy pressure on that side is a foot sweep. It can also be hit from a 2-on-1 if you've managed to wrestle into that position, and while you're pulling down heavy on the arm, you'll block the same side foot as the arm you're pulling. If you've got the 2-on-1, you can also use the outside hand to reach and grab the opponent's far lat to help make the turn. And as long as you have that elbow control and heavy pressure on it, you can also set up additional reversals that will help you gain position on the opponent, the next one being known as the barrel roll, the dump, or the barrel roll dump. By staying heavy on the elbow control of the opponent's chin strap arm, you can reach and grab the far knee and then drop your shoulder weight down to roll the opponent. While still aiming to keep your opponent's shoulder below yours, you want to keep all your pressure going down on that chin strap arm to help execute the roll as you block or grip with your cross hand. This move can chain together beautifully off a failed fireman's carry attempt, and when you see it performed at speed, it can also resemble a fireman's carry as long as you're reaching across for the far knee. Although the barrel roll dump can also be performed if you reach for the near or outside knee and then turn to finish the opponent. Wrestler Austin DeSanto, who we see here, has been able to take this defensive position and make this move effective to score from it many times in his competitive career. Being confident in your ability to score, scramble, or survive from a defensive position is an amazing skill to have that will then open up your confidence in your attacks, as you know if you get stuck in those defensive positions, you're still in the match. And then chaining these reversals together will then only further increase that skill. As you can see here, the sucker drag can be set up after the opponent has gone for a barrel roll dump, because as they move to reposition themselves and readjust their weight, it'll open up the other angle of attack, allowing you to chain together attempting a barrel roll and readjusting to hit a sucker drag, and attempting to hit a sucker drag and readjusting to hit a barrel roll dump in a perfect combination. I hope you enjoyed the study. Please subscribe if you haven't, like the video, and comment down below what you'd like to see more of. I'll also have some links in the descriptions to further look at these positions, and let me know if you'd like to see an instructional.